T, today, it's just going to be tea. It's going to be a long day, but it's going to be a good day. Because we just going to bring the tea. Again, it's Happy Sunday. Welcome to the chat. When you come in, make sure you say hello, Grandma, hello, Sweet Teacup, hello, Auntie, hello, Mama, hello, Miss Lola. Whichever one, just make sure you're nice. And if you're in the bushes, it's okay. Just welcome to the tea. Behave yourself. Drink the tea. Enjoy the tea. Now, today is Sunday. We all know when Sweet Teacup come to the chat, Sweet Teacup don't do bad words on a Sunday. So if you like catching me on the Sunday better, because you just ain't into the drama, come to the tea on Sunday. See, I serve tea both ways. We can have some good tea, or we can have some nasty tea. But like I said, when you come to the chat, make sure you say hello. And you guys, I want to do a part 2 because I want to finish up with what I was talking about earlier this morning with the tea. So like I say, I'm going to wait till someone come into the chat, and then we're going to get it started. It is Sunday in Duval, Florida. It is 12:19 p.m. Early in the early afternoon of Sunday. And make sure you guys said you come into the video. Just go ahead and hit that like button. If you're not a member, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And then if you forget to hit the like button, because sometimes I know when I go to the channel, sometimes I just go right into it. But then afterwards, just go back if you forgot, and then you hit the like button. So like I said, we're going to get into the tea, you guys. When you come into the chat, make sure you say hello, Grandma, hello, Sweet Teacup, hello, Miss Lolo, hello, Auntie. Just be nice. And if you're in the bushes, don't be shy. Come out the bushes, and let's have some tea. Let's have some early afternoon Sunday tea. And like I said, we're going to do part 2. I'm talking about showing you how these millions and millions of dollars was made with a whole clown. And let's say you may have a tea channel yourself. Not a tea channel. You may have a YouTube channel. You may have a family channel. You may just be starting out. You may want to listen to this tea because you don't want to make the mistake that the whole clown did. How a whole clown and the clown village lost millions of dollars because they was greedy. They was greedy. They manipulated. They lied. They set up situations. They created drama. They bashed. They dragged a single mother and 5 kids for views, content, and money. So, shout out to Royalty Nation Foundation. Welcome back to the chat. Shout out to Big Girl Royalty. Single mom, standing on all 10 toes, holding it down. Shout out to all 5 of the Roy kids. Big J Dub, Big Girl Nation, Pretty Boy Prince Leon, Princess Cordelia, and Baby Prince CJ. So you guys, with this part 2 tea, I'm going to continue. Like I say, if you missed the first part, you definitely want to go back and listen to that live. It was very informative. I brought receipts, and I was explaining to you how a whole clown, the YouTube community youth. And like I say, and we're talking about children that has 12 and under. Hundreds and hundreds and hundreds. So, in this part 2, we're going to finish up. They are still on tour. They did a lot of tours, and I was not aware of that. But that's something that came to me and showed me. And like I say, on these tours, they was coordinated with the way how they dress. And like I say, I'm pretty sure when it came to the kids and Royalty, allegedly Royalty was over their fit check and Royalty did a wonderful job. Because kids was all coordinated. If one person had on pink, they all had on pink. And I just for each tour, they had a different color. I'm pretty sure when it came to who was keeping track of the kids, allegedly, who was making sure that they was getting rest, making sure they was eating, making sure they had proper clothing, just everything. I'm pretty sure I could put my name on a sweet teacup. It was royalty, not a whole clown, because the whole clown was too busy thinking he was rich and famous and throwing a camera in everybody's face and manipulating, creating content where he controlled them and bashed them for likes and fun, for views and content and money. When you look at those videos, you can see that royalty was always working. Whether she was collecting things, keeping things together, making sure she was dressed, the kid was dressed. All we saw in her was a clown taking control of the camera and the mic and trying to control everything. Like I say, it's called identity theft when you impersonate other people. When you think you're Chris Brown. When you think you are in control, and then you take people that you convince and you manipulate to work with you, you convince them that you're going to lead them down the right path. You're going to convince them, oh, stick by me. We're going to be famous. See, listen to the key words. We, us, it's our. But it was never that from day one. It was never us. We are our. Hey, don't get mad with me. I'm just bringing the tea. Look at the sign that was at those tours. The sign, there was a big poster sign. It was like 20 times bigger when it displayed his initial, the clown initial. 20 times bigger with glitter and diamonds shining and everything. But when it came to the family, then it was put in very small letters at the bottom, up on it, a whole clown initial. So, this information I'm going to talk about right now, this is for royalty. Royalty, if you listen to my live later, I want you to think about what I'm about to say. Now, I promise you, it's going to be a whole clown. They're going to listen to what I tell royalty, because this is what they did in the past. They're going to listen. They're going to try to take the information, and they're going to try to run with it. They're going to steal the idea I'm about to expose to her for her and the Roar grandkids, because I want to see them be successful. I want to see them grow for 2024. So, royalty, it was a pandemic, and right now we are still trying to come out of the phase from the pandemics, the hit, the hard, everybody. No matter what state you was in, we're trying to come out of the pandemic. All prices are high. Hotels are high. Cars are high. Renting is high. Houses, food, clothing. So the pandemic came and changed everything. It wiped out what we used to do. It wiped out what we was accustomed to, used to. So now you got to think outside of the box. How do you grow your channel and make a brand deal for yourself and get recognition at the same time? So this is Sweet Teacup. This is my opinion, my advice, my thoughts, my ideas. My suggestion to you, royalty, back in the 60s and the 70s, like I say, I'm in the state of Florida, Duval. That was this company. I'm not sure. All I knew, it was called Freaknik, but that was a company that would come to a city park. A city park is a park that is sponsored by the city, and where kids can come and gather, hang out. They have sports and tours and different things for the kids, where the money is raised for the kids. The parents are not paying anything out of their pocket. They will come out and they will give us, I believe it was maybe 3 or twice time a year, they will come out and literally give us free music shows. They will give out free pizza. They will give out free drinks. And they will literally put on a show. And It used to be, I don't know if there's anyone for Duval. I don't know if they did this in other part of Florida. If they did, then put it in a comment. I don't know if they did it in other states. But like I said, this was in the 60s and the 70s. And sometimes life goes around in circles. Sometimes we got to take it back and do what used to be done. And they would come out to the city parks where the city was responsible for security, for protection. So the people that came and did the free concert did not have to pay for security or none of that. They didn't have to pay for setup. The city was responsible. But they would come out and do live concert for us. You guys, when I say that part used to be packed with urban children, and not just urban children, not just children that was on Section 8, that was on food stamp. It was even people who had money, because it was broadcast. And this back then when radio DJs was famous. They would broadcast the information. They would put out flyers where they would just print the flyers and post it in the park, put it on light poles or trees or whatever. Even people with money would come to these free concerts because they were smart. Because you think about it, if you had hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people and children and single mothers that would show up, these people who had money would set up venues. They would have little food carts and drink carts. That's how they made their money. And I believe they had to pay the city a certain amount of money to set up their venues. See, stay with me now. Sweet Tika gonna walk you through it. So you got these people who are rich and famous, meaning not movie stars or celebrities, but meaning they are millionaires and they got money, and they're gonna make money off a free city concert. They're gonna set up their venues, they're gonna set up their food trucks, they drink trucks, and they're gonna make money because these people that a whole clown and his baby mama comes on YouTube and say we're broke, we're jealous, we on food stamp, we ain't got nothing, we evicted. But we the people that show up to these free concerts and spend that money. The same people that could go into a hair store and buy weed, get their nails done. It's these broke people like myself that keep these rich people and millionaires and keep them going and money in their pocket. So, royalty, just a suggestion. Have you ever considered, instead of calling it a meet and greet, let's say we're gonna call it Royalty Nation and Roy Kids Show Up. We're gonna call it Show Up. You just show up. And it's gonna be free for the kids. Now the way this gonna work, you can either reach out and get with the city. You may have to go to the courthouse or whatever, get with the city and just say you want to have a show up event for the kids. Because the kids miss the Roy Kids. So you gonna get with the city, and then they either gonna have it like at a city park, but they are at a library. Hey, Carmen, welcome to the chat. They're gonna have it somewhere where you and the kids could come. It ain't gonna cost you a dime, and the city is gonna cover the security fee. The city is gonna the city is gonna be in control of everything. Best part about it, they're gonna have how many people can show up. They're gonna have security, and all you're gonna do is show up. And like I say, don't call it a meet and greet. Pandemic wiped all that out. You want to start with something fresh for 2024. You're gonna call it the Royalty Nation and Family Show Up, which meaning you and the kids are gonna show up for free. It's some of the supporters, if you want some of them to show up, because you may have it in their town, whatever. And I'm gonna tell you, stay with me. I'm gonna tell you how this gonna pick up and how it's gonna work. So if I'm in even in Dallas, there are Royalty Nation supporters. They said that at the time when D-Bay did his function, they was at work. They thought it was a club event the way the poster was made, because he had it made allegedly the way how he normally do his club posters. See, posters got to be done differently if there's somebody want to do that. It got to be kid friendly, because Royalty, you're a single mother with children. So it got to be kid friendly so that they know it's for family. So when the way it's going to work, this is my thought, my idea, because I'm going back how it was when I was little. The only fee that we had when we showed up to that city park, you had to bring 2 cans of canned goods. 2 cans. Because, see, we was on food stamp. Yeah, just like the outside, they said we broke, we poor, we this. But we was on food stamp. Stay with me, I'm going to walk you through it. So all you had to bring was 2 purchase, 2 items, and just make it canned good because it's easier. 2 canned goods for the kids or the mom. Each person come in and need to bring 2 cans of canned goods. Now, let's say you got a whole family, because you got a lot of single mothers with 5 and up kids. Obviously, if we're on food stamp, we can't have every person come in there bring a bunch of canned goods. So you can say individually you bring 2 cans of canned goods. If you're a family, you can say 4 cans of canned goods. They get in free of charge, no money. Now, you and the kids take pictures. The pictures already are made up. You can take pictures, very inexpensive, with you and the kids. Go to Walmart, get some pictures made, whatever. Take some pictures. So either before the concert or after the concert. My suggestion, not concert, is called show up. I would suggest do it before the Royalty Nation and family show up. Before, because once people start, just me and everybody getting high, buying food, whatever, it's more hectic. Do it before. You already got the pictures. Picture already made up. You don't got them done at Walmart, whatever. You did your own picture. You put it out however you want to do it. It's you, grandma, and the kids. All 5 Royal kids. If Uncle Van could be there, then put him in the picture too. These pictures are already made up. They already exist. Anyone that wants to get a picture with an autograph, then that's when you can say the pictures are $5. This is going to be cleared through the city, wherever who's hosting you and the kids for the show up. I'm pretty sure they're not going to have a problem with that, because once you're at the city place, it's going to be what those parents or whoever show up, what they want to purchase. So if they want a picture, or you and the kids, picture already made up, all you got to do is just sign it. Sign the picture. And I would suggest, just my suggestion, Royalty, you sign that picture, not all the kids, just you. Now, if they want a picture right there while you're there, then that's when you can say $10 for that picture, and then you can sign it and the kids can sign it. Have the twins just put an X or whatever, or they don't have to sign it. That's when you can say $10 for that picture, because that's a live picture. That's it. No saying you got to have 10 kids, you got to buy your tickets, none of that. They just show up and bring 2 canned goods. And all the food that you collected in the canned goods, the city is going to donate it. Now I'm going to troll a little bit. To the people that are in need, to the people that are hungry, to the people that maybe need food. They're going to donate it to a food bank. You see how it's one hand clean the other? It still goes back to the people. All they paid was they just came in with 2 canned goods they got in. If it's a family of 4 and more, they need to bring 4 canned goods, and that's it. If they got 15 kids, don't matter. Bring 4 canned goods. And like I say, and because you're doing it through the city, you are doing a free. And the reason why I say it's free, because it's going to be a show up, and you're not icing the city to pay you anything, because you brought your kids to their city to do a free show up. That's why it's considered free. Now, at that time, you got to think outside the box. Do you know how much attention you're going to draw to yourself and the Royal kids? It's going to show to the world First of all, it's going to show that you're a wonderful family, that we know who you are because we see you on the internet. But a lot of people don't follow you too, so they don't know. It's going to show that you like to give back. You're going to give back what that whole clown stole from a lot of innocent children and single mothers and single fathers and single grandmothers and so on. What he stole for 8 to 9 years, he ran a bag off us. You and the kids gonna give it back because you're gonna have a Royalty Nation and Roy Kids show up for free. You're giving back. You're not icing for money the same way you ain't icing for child support. You're giving back. At the same time, it's going to be noticeable in the YouTube community. Can you imagine, Royalty, how many people going to call and request, hey, can you come to my city? I like that. We got some urban kids, they never get to see anything. We got some kids that miss what the clown created, but he took advantage of it and he was greedy. And they're going to say, we miss Jalea, Leon, and Nation. They're going to reach out to you. They're going to be contacting you, whether through Instagram or whatever. If you have a manager, they'll reach your manager. They're going to be requesting for you to come to their city. Same format. Don't change the pattern, the format. It's going to be called a show up, and the only requirement is 2 canned goods. If you got 4 kids and more, it's going to be 4 canned goods and up. Thank you, Carmen. They're going to get in. They are going to, at that point, you're going to start getting recognition. That's how you're going to grow. This how you're going to stand on all 10 toes, and you are no longer using a clown resource that the ops like to claim you're doing. Because no, you're going a whole different route, a whole different way. And like I say, start off, and also, Royalty, hey, Laura, welcome to the chat. I'm just saying, just my advice. Because like I say, I grew up in the hood. And I know what we would do when, see, let me tell you how people work. You got to give to receive. That's why it's in the Bible. That's a true statement. You got to give to receive. You got to give back to receive. When you give, God give you twice coming back and more. So, like I say, stay away from malls, stay away. You saw what happened allegedly with Kyle in that situation. You don't go to places like that, because places like that, you got to have your own security. You got to have a permit. You got to have all this stuff. But if you go to a city funding and you going through the city, you just call the city. I give you a perfect example. You say, okay, sweet teacup, that's a good idea. Okay, godmama, can you set something up like that for me? I could call around to Duval and find somewhere in the city that they may say, okay, we can do that. Which meaning if the city take on that function, the security and all the legal stuff falls on the city. And believe me, every city is going to do their job. They're going to make sure they have enough security. They're going to make sure they have this. They're going to make sure they have everything. You ain't got to do nothing, Royalty, but just what your title going to say. All you got to do, Royalty, is show up. And not only that, you proving to the world that you and your kids are just want to live and be normal people. You proving to the world that you want to give back what a whole clown stole for 8 or 9 years. You proving to the world that you ain't trying to make a money and ride the back off a bunch of kids and single parents because you want to be rich and famous. At the same time, you're going to be seeing rich and famous people watching you. Once they see that people and these kids are showing up and you're getting the recognition, baby, your brand deal is going to be unlimited. Your brand deal will be unlimited. You're going to have everybody under the sun trying to reach out to you and your kids. And you know why? Because you have grabbed the attention of society. You have grabbed the attention that the kids, the single mother, whoever, it doesn't matter. But like I said, you have a family channel and you're going to go the family way. And they're going to reach out to you. You get brand deals. You may get Walmart. You may get Target. You may get Rihanna. It's the limit. They're going to reach out to you And they're going to say, hey, come to my city. That was a great function. Then they may reach out to you and really put you in a nice venue. Again, they're going to take the responsibility of security. That means, Royalty, no money is coming out of your pocket. The only thing going to come out of your pocket is probably the transportation to get there. But it's worth it because you got to remember, you're giving back to the YouTube community where the whole clown stole for 8 or 9 years. He used those kids to build himself up. He used your kids to try to live a life of luxury. He used your kids and everybody else's kids by doing box opening and doing a whole false narrative of trying to prove that he was rich and famous. What he did is what he did allegedly when he worked at the casino. Allegedly, he was cheating at those cards. He was making sure that these crooks was winning, and they probably put something in his pocket afterwards or before, or sneakily under the table at the time. And that's why allegedly, hey, don't get mad with me, it was a whole clown that put it in this video. They seen it on camera and they fired his butt, threw his butt in jail, and he probably banned it from that casino. So like I say, that's something that you could do, Royalty. And like I say, start out small. And like I say, the only reason, like I say, I wouldn't say go with a mall or go with a store, because if it's overrun with children and people, then you're going to be held accountable. But if you go citywide and you let the city know this is just a function I want to do, and the city decide to do that, you are protected. You are protected, your kid protected. You won't be in the situation, allegedly, that Kai Cenat found himself in. And I feel that it would be a great start, even if also, Royalty, say you got a friend and say your friend got a salon. At the end of the day, if it's a private owned venue, if somebody got their own salon, they got their own store, but not in the mall, because see, when you're in the mall, that's not owned. They may own that little spot, and they don't even own it, they renting it. And that's where the legal stuff come from. If it's overrun, kids start fighting the mall, it falls on your back. It got to be a venue, like I say, a salon, a restaurant, whatever, because they own their own place. At that point, those owners can keep track. They can limit it, how many people come in, how many people come out. You start out small like that, where you just got friends that you know, and then and also it's going to be good for them, because let's say somebody own a little French fry shack, and they say, okay, I'm gonna let you come to my restaurant, and then, you know, kids show up, whatever, mom, whatever, and like I say, you know, if they show up, don't charge it, no, get the canned goods, and then you donate that food to that city. You give back. Don't take money, don't sell no tickets. You take the canned goods and give that to the people back to the city, which is gonna be amazing, because I know me, and I'm pretty sure if you in my chat, put a 1 in the chat if you think what I'm saying is a good idea. Hey, Michelle Thompson, welcome to the chat. Hey, Laura, welcome to the chat. Welcome back to part 2 of the tea. Baby, I'm on the road. I'm door dashing again, and I'm on the road. And I'm going to be dropping live. I'm going to be dropping short because I got a lot to say. I got a goddaughter, I got god grandkids, and I want to, I'm their godmother, and I want to lead them the right way. Thank you. And like I say, if she do it like at a salon, just an example, imagine the people that's going to want to start coming there getting their hair done. Because Royalty, that salon owner, so let's say if you listen to me and you just happen to be in Dallas, Texas, or wherever you at, because I know there's somebody out here in this YouTube community, and I know they listening to Sweet Teacup. If you listen to me, Royalty didn't show up to your restaurant, your salon, your barber shop, or whatever. You take pictures of them. You can put the pictures on your wall with their signature. Can you imagine how many kids gonna come there? How many single mothers gonna come and get their hair done? Can you just imagine? And not only that, Royalty and the Royal Kids would be the first to do this for 2024. No one else is doing this because the pandemic came in and broke a lot of people. The pandemic came and hurt a lot of people. So you got to think outside the box. You got to think outside the box. And like I said, you're going to be a whole clown. They're going to try to steal Sweet Teacup idea. We know that. They're going to try to go in and try to do, because they're copycatters, their identity theft. But we all know, if you listening to me on this chat, we all know that I suggest this for my goddaughter, Royalty, and my 5 god grandkids. And also, at the same time, Royalty, while you are doing these Royalty Nation and Royalty Nation and Roy Kids show up, you got information now, baby, that you could document in your book. Each place you show up, that's information. I'm giving you email information that help you do your book, that help you do your documentary. Baby, you can blow up the internet. I'm not going to lead you astray. And like I said, I know there's some other people listening to me, but I have no other way of putting it out there for you. But that's okay, because God is good. God know I put this out here for you and the kids. And like I say, oh yes, Lori, he's still ideal. But you know what the problem is? They taint it. No one, it's not going to work for them, because you got a whole DNA that twerks all on the floor doing something. No one is going to check that. You got 2 baby mamas where they literally got on live on YouTube and had one baby mama to straddle her baby daddy lap. Come on, ain't nobody checking for them. They couldn't pull this off if they wanted to. They tainted themselves. Ain't no one, even if it is canned goods, ain't nobody. I'm not giving up my 2 cans of corn. I'm not giving up my 2 cans of green beans and poking beans to see some mess like that. Put a 1 in the chat if you would take 2 of your canned goods to go see a whole clown with a crackhead mama, a whole clown with a new daddy that's a drunk and a domestic violence, to see a whole clown with a DNA that's out there popping and twerking and dressing like a whole grown-up on the OnlyFans channel. I got 2 baby mama confused. We don't know what's going on. Put a 1 in the chat. You're going to bring your 2 canned goods if you're not going to do that. Put a 1 in the chat if you're not bringing in your 2 canned goods. Me, Toya. Put a 1 in the chat if you're not giving away none of your canned goods to see no mess like that. And like I said, you guys, I know this work because I lived it. Like I said, this is why you got to know your history. See, this how come sometimes you got to take it back. The world goes around in a circle. And like I say, also, because I'm going to tell you more who I am, because listen, I don't want to dwell too much because somebody tried to search me out. Just trust me. I don't been on TV before. I told you I always dance. And I know, and I will just say this, I'm from Duval, and this was in the early 80s. I ain't gonna give the year, the 80s. We did a live show for free. All you had to do was bring in 2 canned goods, and when I say we lit Jacksonville up, if you from Duval and you familiar with the Jacksonville Landing, that spot down there by the water, it was packed. They went crazy watching us. And they showed up and they wanted autograph, all sorts of things. So but it was free. That was the way to put us on the map. It was free. All you had to do was bring canned goods. And like I say, when I was little growing up, that's what they did. For what people want to say, oh, we broke, we homeless, we ain't got the money yet. But you know what? We had the canned goods and we showed up. And baby, it was lit. And like I say, Royalty, that would be, oh no, they couldn't pull that off if they tried. That would be a good way for Royalty to build a brand with the kids. Royalty have her own separate brand. But I want to see her build the brands with the kids. Because you know what? The Roy kids, Jaleel, Nation, Pretty Boy Leon, Princess Cordelia, Baby Prince CJ, they deserve this. They worked, the 3 older kids worked for 8 and 9 years like a slave. And it's not fair that it was snatched away from them when they was not the dishonest one. They was not the one that was manipulating. They was not the one that was a thief and all that. It's not fair. And the 2 twins, they've been in the videos going on 3 years now. they was wrong. So it's not fair. And we're going to rectify this. God will set right what was wrong. So like I say, Royalty, don't call it meet and greet. That's old news. No, ain't no meet and greet. Ain't no we charging money to meet somebody. No, you want to give back what was taken by a clown. You can call it a show up. You and the kids show up for free. And if someone want to come meet you and the kids, that's fine. And like I say, just my suggestion, you can already have your pictures made up just with your signature. And if they want to buy that picture, then they could pay $5. If someone say, oh, I want to take a picture with you and the kids, whatever, and then that's when you can charge $10. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's not nobody committing fraud. There's nothing wrong with that or whatsoever. You know why? Because if you have it at a city function, I guarantee you the city is going to have venues out there. They're going to be selling drinks, chips, cookies, everything, shirts. That's going to make money for the whole city. You're going to have people come from all over. And I guarantee you, if you really Google and ask the people that run those venues, I'm pretty sure it's people who already got money. It's not broke and poor and homeless people they want to call us that got venue. It's the people with the money. They're going to be there and they're going to be opening up their venue because the city is sponsoring it and they're going to make their money. And like I say, it's just a suggestion. Give it a try, Royalty. I put this out for Royalty Nation Foundation. And like I say, you guys, continue to support Royalty and the Roy kids. Show them love. Thank you for supporting me, coming to my chat. Anyone you know that follows Sweet Teacup, just post it. Tell them to follow Sweet Teacup. Because like I say, I'm here just to support single parents. Single parents that just trying to make a living to be normal and happy and free with their kids, whether your mom, your dad, your uncle, your brother, or whatever. I'm tired of seeing a bunch of clowns using the mother and kids for they come up. We got too many clowns out here, and they're out here just with the necklace around their neck, got the clothes, but then you got the mom and the kids just looking normal. They may have a little name brand shirt every now and then when the mother get tired of the foolishness and the mother says she want to leave, now the mother become this worst person. You want to drag her, you want to threaten her and say, oh, I'm gonna take your channel, it was my channel. You know what, Mom? Stand up. Stop thinking you need to have a mate to make it on YouTube. Go on Face. Go with your guts. The children are the future. Stop exploiting your kids and letting these clowns take pictures of your kids dressed inappropriately. Putting videos up of your kids twerking and doing all that. Clowning your kids, telling your kids they dumb and reject. Making fun because they don't know the 3 form of government and saying they can't read. You know what? People on YouTube, they say, oh, well, you know what? The Royalty Nation doing that. We wouldn't be doing anything and saying anything if a whole clown haven't brought it to the internet. Say what you want to say. It was the clown father who brought it to the internet the same way he brought it to the internet that his mom was a crackhead. Make it make sense. That accountability will befall upon that clown. And like I say, for 2024, for Royalty Nation Foundation, for Royalty and Notified Royal Kids, it's nothing but level up all the way. And like I said, you guys, I just want to come to the internet and I just want to give that suggestion to Royalty. And like I say, Royalty, if you want to change it to another title, but I'm just suggesting, if you do it, keep the word show up. Because the word show up is different. It's a different way to move. Everybody know with meet and greet, you know, you meet someone, you do that. Even famous people, if you think I'm lying, Google it. Don't no famous rich person call anything a meet and greet. So don't call it that. Give it a whole new name, but keep the word show up in it. And like I say, go through the city, because I guarantee you, there's some places in your city, in all cities, whether it's the YMCA, whether it's PAL, whether it could be the police station themselves. The police station can actually, they will love it. What better way to get kids off the street? What better way to encourage kids that you could do something differently? They would even support that. They would handle security. All you got to do is show up, baby. And at the same time, you're blowing up, you're getting recognition, and you're going to get brand deal. And God, Mama, love you, Royalty, and the 5 Royal kids. I love you guys. I love my supporters. Thank you for always supporting me. And you already know, I'm in the bushes. I'm door dashing again. Listen, at the end of the day, Sweet Teacup got to make that hustle. And I'm not afraid to make that money. I'm going to make a hustle. I'm not going to sit there and try to ride the bike off a single mother and 5 kids. Not doing it. So I love you guys. So like I said, you guys, talk to you later. How did the idea sound, baby?